A guy bought Ray-Ban's second generation. He returned them. Not because of the camera, not the battery, not the software, because they kept sliding down his nose in summer heat, and every time he pushed them back up, they switched off. Another guy bought a display pair. Returned those too. His words: the software was poor, there wasn't enough display adjustment, and he kept seeing 2 images instead of 1. That is the actual story of smart glasses in 2026. Not the specs, the return rate. So this is not a spec sheet video. I went through the comment sections under every major smart glasses video from the last month and pulled out what people who actually bought these things are complaining about. Then I mapped those complaints against the 2 devices getting the most attention right now: the Halliday G2 and the InMo Go3. 9 things decide whether you keep these or box them back up. Most reviews cover 2 of them, and there is one that has nothing to do with the glasses at all. It has stopped more people from wearing these than every hardware flaw combined, and I'll get to it around 2/3 of the way in. Start here, because if you get this wrong, nothing else matters. There are 2 completely different products being sold under the words smart glasses, and they are not competitors. They barely serve the same person. The first type puts a small display into your eye line, usually monochrome, usually in a corner, usually text only, notifications, turn-by-turn directions, a teleprompter, live captions. You do not watch this display. You glance at it, the way you glance at a wristwatch. The second type projects a large virtual screen in front of you. Color, video, a display you would actually sit and watch a film on. That requires a bigger optical stack, which means more weight on your face and more bulk in the frame. Here is the mistake almost everyone makes. They read display glasses, picture the second thing, buy the first thing, and are disappointed inside 5 minutes. Or they picture the first thing, buy the second, and cannot wear them in public without looking like they are doing something. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Decide which of those 2 products you want before you look at a single spec. The single most liked comment I found across all of this was not about a feature. It was this: the real winner will not be the one with the most features. It will be the pair people can comfortably wear all day. That sounds obvious. It is not, because almost no review tests it. A reviewer wears these for a 20-minute shoot. You are going to wear them for 9 hours. 3 specific failure modes come up again and again. Weight. One owner said his felt super heavy after 20 minutes. 20. Not a full day, not an afternoon. 20 minutes. Slip. This is the one nobody talks about, and it is brutal in hot climates. Sweat plus weight equals glasses sliding down your nose. And on some models, the touch controls sit exactly where your fingers land when you push them back up, so the act of adjusting them triggers a command. One owner reported his shutting off every single time. If you live somewhere hot, and I am including most of the year in a lot of places, this is not a minor annoyance. It is the difference between wearing them and not. A direct quote: the oversized frames will always look dorky, and the frames that do look good are the ones priced out of reach. That is worth sitting with. There is a version of this product people would genuinely wear every day. It exists. It costs roughly what a used car costs, straight from an owner, and I am quoting: "One thing they never tell you is that you have to pay for an extra pair of expensive prescription lenses at your local optometrist if you have an eyesight condition." Think about what that means. If you wear glasses already, and a large share of the people most interested in this product do, then the sticker price is not the price. You are buying the device, and then you are buying custom lenses cut to fit that specific frame from an optometrist who may never have worked with that frame before. 3 questions to ask before you buy, and I would ask them in this order. 1. Does the manufacturer sell a prescription insert directly, or are you on your own with a local optician? 2. Is the frame shape one an optometrist can actually cut for? Some of these have curved or non-standard lens geometry that a normal lab cannot handle. 3. What is the total, including lenses, not the headline number? This single factor eliminates one of these devices outright for a lot of people, and I have not seen one buying guide lead with it. A commenter under one of the biggest smart glasses videos this month asked, and I am paraphrasing only slightly, how is there no mention of the battery life for any of these options? He is right, and there is a reason. Battery life on these is genuinely hard to state, because it depends entirely on what you are doing. Standby, where the glasses are on your face doing nothing but waiting, is the number manufacturers like to quote. Mixed use, where you take some calls, get some notifications, glance at the display now and then, is what you will actually experience. Continuous display or recording is the number nobody prints, and on this class of device, it is usually measured in tens of minutes rather than hours. Here's the practical rule. Take the rated figure, assume mixed use gets you somewhere around half of it, and then ask whether the charging case can get you through a working day. If the answer is no, This is a wear it for meetings device, not an all-day device. And that is fine, as long as you know that going in. This one is the most technical, and it is the one most likely to make you return the device. An owner of a display pair wrote that the software was poor. There was not enough display adjustment, and he kept seeing 2 displays. His conclusion? It felt like a Generation 1 product that needs development. Here is what is actually happening. Everyone's eyes sit a slightly different distance apart. That distance is called interpupillary distance. When a headset or a pair of display glasses projects an image, it has to place that image correctly for your specific eye spacing. If the adjustment range is too narrow, or there is no adjustment at all, your brain receives 2 images it cannot merge into one. You cannot train yourself out of this. It gives some people headaches within minutes. So before you buy any display glasses, find out 3 things. Does it have a physical or software adjustment for eye spacing? And what is the range? Is there a return window long enough to actually test it? Meaning a week? Not 48 hours? And what is the software update history? A device that shipped 6 months ago with no firmware updates since is telling you something. The wider point, this category is early. One owner summed it up with 3 words. Give it another 5 years. I do not fully agree, but I understand exactly why he said it. This is the one I flagged at the start. It has nothing to do with the hardware. An owner wrote this. My boss told me you cannot wear these at work because it breaches people's privacy. So my glasses are sitting at home, pointless. Read that again. The device works. It does everything it promised. And it is in a drawer because of a conversation that happened in an office. Now here's the part that actually helps you, because someone replied to him. And the reply is the most useful thing in this entire video. His reply, roughly, mine do not mind, because I told them about it up front and explained it to my coworkers. Same device, same office culture problem. Completely different outcome. The only variable was whether he told people before they found out. So if you are buying these to use around other humans, and you are, here is the sequence that works. Tell your manager before the first day you wear them, not after someone notices. Show your colleagues the recording indicator so they know what it looks like when it is on. Take them off in bathrooms, changing areas, and anywhere someone would reasonably expect not to be filmed. Not because a rule says so, because the moment one person feels uncomfortable, the whole thing is over for you. There is a real backlash forming here. Another commenter said flatly that camera glasses will be banned in workplaces and public areas. Someone else asked whether phones with cameras would be banned too. Both of those people are arguing about the future. You have to live in the present, where the deciding factor is whether the people around you trust you, directly connected. There were specific questions about it. One person asked, does the light turn on when it starts recording? And can you start recording by voice command? Those 2 questions together describe the whole tension in this product. A visible indicator is what makes these socially survivable. If there is a light, and it is bright enough to see in daylight, and it cannot be disabled, then people around you have a way to know. Voice activation is convenient, and it is exactly what makes people nervous, because it means the device is listening for a wake phrase, which means the microphone is live. My position, and you can disagree, buy the one with the indicator you cannot turn off. It costs you nothing, and it is the entire difference between a tool and a problem. Small, practical, and it catches people who buy these to create content. Someone asked, and this is a genuinely good question that no review answers, how do you transfer the video off the glasses to edit it on a laptop? On most of these devices, the footage does not go straight to your computer. It goes to a companion phone app first, over the device's own wireless connection, and then out of that app to wherever you actually want it. That chain has 3 failure points. Transfer speed, which on some of these is slow enough to be genuinely painful for longer clips. Compression, because some apps re-encode on export and you lose quality you cannot get back. And format, because what comes out is not always what your editor wants. If you are buying these as a creator tool rather than a convenience tool, test that pipeline inside the return window before you build anything around it. I want to end the objections on the most honest one I found. A commenter wrote that unless these glasses can identify an item on a supermarket shelf and show him the price, the specs, or the ingredients, the whole concept is a failure. He said more computing is needed. It's describing ambient, always-on, real-world understanding. Glasses that see what you see and quietly tell you useful things about it without being asked. That is the version of this product everyone actually wants. And it is not what is shipping. What is shipping in 2026 is notifications in your eyeline, translation, captions, a teleprompter, hands-free capture, genuinely useful, genuinely limited, and nowhere near ambient intelligence. There is also a smaller group who want the opposite of simplicity. One developer asked which pair he could hit with a REST API so he could run his own model on it. That is the power user end, and right now it is almost entirely unserved. So the honest state of the category: too limited for the person who wants magic, too closed for the person who wants to build. The buyers being served well are the ones in the middle, who want one specific job done. So, which one? If you want glanceable text in something that reads as normal eyewear, and your job is meetings, notes, or reading a script, that is the Halliday G2 shape of product. If you want translation and a larger virtual display and you can accept more bulk on your face, that is the InMo Go3 shape. If you already wear prescription glasses, work in an office where nobody has agreed to be filmed, and want to wear these all day, then honestly, the right answer this year might be neither. The most useful thing I can tell you is when not to buy. And the closing loop, that thing I said had nothing to do with the glasses. It is the conversation with the people around you. Every hardware complaint in this video has a fix coming in the next generation. That one does not. Links below are affiliate links, which costs you nothing. Next one is translation glasses head-to-head, which is the single most requested use case in every comment section I read. Subscribe if you want it.